nanongurarawa Nigo sana kodoe na mataka Pauna numa nananda tolasa Mai subana numa tikona Fanwarongo nano monivanua Kenata nilevu tunaua Lomango voli meu bau batuka Tovolea ke balavu nabula Sana budoe namatake namataka
This meeting is being recorded.
Scotty.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
Scotty.
Let me do my thing. Oh, it's all very quiet there.
It is quiet right now. You came in just at well, it's just opening time right now. So you're the first in.
On the button.
Here comes our crew bar director. I wonder if he's coming in on his phone or his.
Let's just look for a different backdrop. That's while we.
Hello, Steve.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
Steve, did you watch the video I sent you?
Not yet. I've not time, John. I've just got back in.
Okay, well you can do it as we go along. If you want to, you just do
I'm
a
on my
test.
phone at the moment, so I can't watch. I'm watching on my phone.
Yeah, I know, but if you've got your laptop, you can turn it on. We'll see if we can get you in on that.
I can. I've got the laptop here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So but tell you what, just mute yourself and just watch the video I sent. How to test your sound. It's only 40 seconds long.
Well, let's just put on here
Is,
for
is
now.
this are we talking about checking your audio on Zoom?
Yeah.
On the laptop. I can't
Right,
get.
what down in the bottom corner on the left hand side,
I know,
there's a microphone. There's a microphone, and if you go in there and click it, at the bottom it says audio settings.
Yeah. Then test your sound. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Give it a second.
That's all right. We can carry on in the meantime. It took Dave a long time to put his dishes away.
Oi, I'm here, Johnny.
You're not letting free dish away.
Hello, Scotty.
Evening, David.
Blackpool Bob's in. John Herbert from Goers.
Lovely.
All arriving.
Going on with
Let's move yourself around.
Have you made anyone co-hosts?
Yes, I have everybody.
Everybody.
All the management. Yeah.
Lovely. Oh, blimey. Oh, Scotty, is that did you just clear up the pile of snow in your back garden and make it?
I made a snow horse.
That is wonderful. Well done.
Going on
You
with
know
where
the
that is,
laptop
don't you?
now.
That's excellent. Blimey, there's Blackpool Bob. All right.
Good evening. Good evening.
Evening to you, Stephen.
Boys and girls.
Mr. Ray and Johnny Herbert. Have you just come off your balcony?
Sorry,
Just come off your balcony.
I'm on there now.
Wonderful. Flipping it. It looks lovely out there.
We've done the Christmas tree today.
Well done. Yeah, even better.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
Back in reading.
Flipping heck.
I think we need some more pictures of your views there in Goa.
It's past 30 minutes past midnight at the moment. You're not going to see much outside.
No, not at the moment. When you got time.
The light.
Hello, Bobo.
Hi guys, how are you?
And And Santa Zachary.
Merry Christmas. I'm trying to get into the spirit of it.
You're trying to get into that flipping turkey, aren't you? Head first.
I'll be back in a minute.
And Chris, good to see you.
Good evening, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, evening.
lovely.
Good morning,
good
John.
evening.
Good evening.
Good morning, Ray.
This might be a record tonight. We'll see
Oh,
how it
lovely.
goes.
Maybe. Yeah.
Wait, wasn't it a record last week?
We had quite a few in last week. We did, yeah, but there's
Like
might
three.
be.
It was this morning. We had 14 in this morning.
That was good.
Yeah, look, this
down
is-
under. Now, Chris Johnson, we did have. It's a shame. Seriously, I mean, it's a shame you weren't here last week anyway. Who was it that asked a question about a photographer? Do you remember last week there was
Oh,
one of
yes.
the boys said he had been a steward or something, and he became a photographer. He was a bit of a hippie type guy, and he left.
I think he was a baker.
He was a baker.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No,
Photographer who was a baker.
he doesn't know everybody.
Yeah. But who was it?
I don't know. I used to go down the galley myself in the wee hours of the morning and get a sandwich.
Yeah,
From the baker.
Oh, this
No,
guy
photographer who was a
he was a
baker.
baker and he went to be a photographer, apparently.
A baker who
That's
became
right,
a
Bob.
photographer.
Hmm. Who mentioned it? Can we
I'm
remember?
trying to think. Bobo, was it? No.
No.
Colin?
Wasn't your guest you had on last week? What's his name? Phil, was it?
Phil Gorst. So what's the point?
Yeah, I think it was.
Right, what am I looking at on here?
I'll have a look, see
I
if
think I
Phil's
just
coming
lost
in.
it.
Yeah.
Are you, Steve, are you on your laptop?
Yeah,
Right, down in the bottom corner of your screen, bottom left, there's a little microphone.
hang on, I don't know, it's taking a while to load up for some reason.
You have to just go right down to the bottom of the screen and hover below it, and you've got it says, it's a microphone that says mute,
Oh,
and
hang
next
on a
to it
minute,
is
hang on
stop
a minute,
video.
Hang on a minute, I've got something there. It's got a microphone with a little exit side of it.
Yeah, but you've probably turned it off then.
No, his microphone works. It's the input sound you can't hear on the
Froze.
laptop.
Yeah, but
Can't
you
hear
can
it.
adjust that when you go, if you click on the little arrow by the side of that microphone,
Yeah.
it's got audio settings. And if you go in there, you can increase your output and input levels.
That's just doing it. Right, I'm gonna try something, guys.
All right. We can meet.
So,
Yeah.
Johnny, only a quick one on the technical. I'm sending Phil the same message. Say just use the same link as last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he
That's
trying
all
to get in? Is he trying to get in?
Not yet, but I'll see.
Come on.
See if he comes in.
Please, come on.
Dorsty.
Come on,
Dorsty.
Come on.
And Bobo, are
Yeah.
you
Yes,
were at you were at a coffee place this morning on a corner of a street. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. I was at Excel Centre. Yeah,
Marvelous.
yeah,
This is Sunday morning beat.
that's right. It's if it's the weather's bad, that's where I hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Being recorded.
Who's that?
Okay.
Hello.
Steve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe, we've got it.
I told you. Okay, so you should. If you turn your phone off, Steve, you're good.
I am doing.
I keep
Turn your
losing.
phone off. We've got the feedback.
Wait, Steve, which one of you two appeared in the film Up?
I'm losing.
Both of us.
Both of you. I thought I recognised the glasses.
Okay, it's fixed. Firstly, well done, 30, getting our director working.
Yeah, it's about time too. Yeah. Hilda's gone for a breather, just hoping that no one's recognised the difference between her and a bloody Christmas tree. Well, I'm going to tell her something.
Yeah.
I'm losing my signal.
There we are. We're all
There you go. You got it. See, I told you.
Well done, Steve.
So you, Steve, are you on your laptop now?
Yep,
Yes.
he is.
Good.
Well done. Well done.
I
must
have
just
done now.
turned the sound off.
I'm back in again.
You're
I was
back.
going to say I paid 400 quid for a fucking laptop and I can't get it to work.
It's working now, Steve. Just relax. It's working.
Do I keep coming in and out?
No, you're good. You're good, Ray.
I'm
There's
good
no
now.
answer to
You
that.
No,
keep
just shake it all about. You're all right.
Yeah. Wait, what?
freezing.
Is it with your left leg in or out first?
This is.
Don't forget to shake it all about.
I haven't actually poured it yet, but this will be a first for me on this crew bar. This will be the first time I've ever had a drink on the crew bar.
Oh, come on.
And it's been
Oh,
Cheers.
no.
a year. Oh,
Cheers.
you froze again.
No, we're not having that.
No, you're not. You're right.
Hey, we better raise a glass and a coffee mug for that then. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, Ray. Cheers.
Mine's chocolate.
Just keeps freezing up.
And Bobo, if you want to whip down to that corner cafe.
Ah, the stage lady.
Hang on a second, I'm going to go to my fridge.
Is that Phil Goss?
Mm,
No, it's
No.
the stage lady.
No, it's
Andy.
Andy.
And the
Hello,
stage
Andy.
lady.
And his
Stage lady's
stage-
here,
okay.
yes.
Are you in England?
Yeah.
I am.
They're
Okay,
all coming
okay, I
out
get
the
you.
closet
Okay.
today.
Hmm.
We had Callow and Alice this morning.
Oh,
Yeah,
Connected as well.
which was nice. And hopefully we might see Watsy from Sydney when he's washing his hands tonight.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
back in again.
He'd have been a wait for the game to watch the match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, it's
probably.
6 o'clock in Sydney now, Dave.
Yeah. It
Well,
was an
he'll
Aston
be,
Villa
he'll be
goalkeeper,
very
remember?
happy because one of his players won the World Cup, didn't he?
Aston-
Yeah,
Aston
Aston
Villa,
Villa, yeah.
goalkeeper, won the best goalkeeper of the tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, he
Well.
did. Yep.
So
They should have gone to the Croatian.
yeah, and Ollie will be
No.
happy if he comes in with Brighton because they had a player there as well. That
Oh, McAllister. the good
McAllister, that's a good old Argentinian name,
old
isn't it?
name, yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Where
Are we allowed-
Henry?
Are we allowed to talk about football or not?
Yeah, of course
because
we are.
it's the
of
last
course.
time now, Steve.
I see the goalkeeper got a yellow card in the
Yeah,
shootout.
yeah. And
What happens if he got a red one?
Yeah.
They'd have
that would have been great, wouldn't it? Halfway through the shootout.
Messi would have gone in goal. He'd have saved it.
Hmm.
Couldn't do anything. The referees protected him.
Yeah, of course, of course. Anyway, Andy, Andy, you down on the south coast way? Or
I am indeed, yes.
whereabouts?
In Worthing.
Worthing.
Yeah.
Isn't that where Ollie lives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ollie lives in Brighton, doesn't he?
No, Worthing.
Hmm.
Oh, does he? Okay, right.
And
He
he's
was
right
Brighton.
on the front overlooking the beach.
Hmm.
To
Okay.
the left of the pier, going towards
Hmm.
Brighton.
Okay, right. Yeah. So East Worthing then, yeah.
Do you go wild water swimming, Andy?
No, I do go kayaking sometimes.
Oh, same as Zachary.
Yes,
I-
he does
some-
that.
Well, Tracy Dow goes kayaking, and we've got a kayak that we sometimes go out with.
Yeah, yeah.
She had a result actually this week. You might not have heard this, but Tracy had a nice little win on the postcode lottery this week.
No.
Oh, wow.
There was a big win in Goring by Sea
Yeah.
on the postcode lottery, and they shared like 14 million.
What?
And she wasn't in the actual postcode it was actually won by, but she won 14 grand.
Wow.
Oh,
Nice one.
fantastic.
That is brilliant. I've never
Brilliant.
known anyone to win anything off that.
Yeah, well, I've won a few tenors and all that, but because she had BN 12-4, she won 14 grand.
Wow.
Bloody hell.
Wonderful.
So that
Nice
big
little result. Nice
that-
result.
the 14 million.
No,
There's one
14
down there,
grand,
yeah?
unfortunately.
14 grand.
But what
So-
about the big prize they were giving away? Was that one down there? Was it?
There was a big prize. There was a road in Goring by Sea that won. Basically, if they had one ticket, they won like 370 grand.
Right.
and the other ticket holders won like outside that road. They won like 14 grand basically.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
that's good.
nice
We
one.
have a special guest coming in any second.
Oh, all right.
Oh, who's that?
We're holding, Johnny. We're
Well,
holding.
he's been in before, but he hasn't been in for a long time, so he's coming in any second now. You'll see.
Okay, this is great.
Don't be such a drama queen, there. Just tell us who it is.
Yeah. Just don't hang us. Don't keep hanging.
Well, I won't say it in case something goes wrong and he can't come in. Then
What you mean he won't come? What you mean you don't really know if he's coming in?
Yeah, I do. I've been in communication all week with him. He's good.
Angelo,
If it's how I think, if it's how I think it was, he texted me this afternoon to say you're coming in.
Yeah. It's our.
Does he
cruise
live
director.
in California?
It's our cruise director, Chris Chapman.
Does he
He's
live in
coming.
California?
Yes, he does. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's trying now. I
Well,
suppose.
that'd be very, very nice to see him.
Yeah.
Will be. Hey, what was that? Taffy can't come in tonight. Is that
Well,
right?
yeah, that's sad, isn't it?
Very sad. Yeah.
What?
You okay? Tappy okay?
He said he's okay.
That's
yeah.
it. That's especially sad because I finally got a pair of these. Look.
you haven't got, but you haven't got one of these.
No, I haven't got one of these, but you haven't got one of these either, have you?
Hey, but have you got one of these? Oh dear.
I was getting that especially for Taffy.
Got one of these.
Oh, for goodness
Is it
sake.
hat time?
No.
Burn the
No,
capella.
hat times past.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh,
Well done, Fruity.
I've only got my cap.
And Pete.
Right, hang on.
He's got a whippet under the table, haven't you, Bob?
Aye.
Is it? Yeah.
Oh dear.
And that'll whip it. I've got one under my chair here. Looking fast asleep.
Get all the capellas out.
So who's got anything to tell us? Anybody got anything to tell us? Any news? Any facts?
I saw Disney on Wednesday night.
You did?
I went to Leicester, and he's learning the ukulele. You know, and he invited me. I thought I was going out for a drink to the pub, but we ended up going to the Baptist church to a carol night, and there was a ukulele bandies in. There's about 20 of them playing ukuleles. It was an interesting night. I was geared up for the pub, and he said, "Oh, Bob," he said, "I'm booked out tonight." He said, "But would you want to come to the Baptist church?" Anyway, it was a nice evening, and we had mulled wine, and I was talking to all the old dears in the in the church.
So you were granny bashing, were you?
Well, yeah, I felt quite at home actually.
Was good. Did you get boxed off?
Yeah, I tell you what, there was one bird next to me. She only had one eye. One eye and a hearing aid.
Did you wink?
Yeah, she winked a couple of times at me. But it was funny because she's deaf as well, and I'm deaf in my right ear. So
what did you say?
Anyway,
that happened to us in the Juniper Berry in Southampton a few months ago.
Right.
We're in there, and a lot of people with ukuleles came and started playing.
No.
He's good. He's only been learning the last year or so, but he's really good. Yeah.
They got a good ukulele band down your way, David.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah, my brother-in-law's in there, except he plays a bass guitar.
Is that in New Milton or?
Yeah, New Milton, Barton.
Oh, we better check it out. When you give us a shout when you're coming down, and we'll hopefully there might be a session.
An event. Yeah.
I'll put something on in the new year. What you ukulele players will like.
Oh, have you?
Joe Brown. I'll put it on in the new year.
We should all learn the ukulele.
It's a famous George Foreman.
I've actually got one, but I haven't played a tune on it yet.
Oh, okay.
George Foreman was ukulele, wasn't he?
George was.
George, yeah. He was up your way, Bob, wasn't he?
It was in St Anne's, yeah.
Wigan,
Yeah.
Wigan, David.
Mm.
Wigan.
Good old George.
Just trying to educate you.
Does anyone, I saw on Facebook today, does anyone remember Ruby, the BR? She
I
passed
saw it
away
died. I
recently.
saw it die today.
Yeah.
He was on, I think it was Arcadia when I was on there one turn.
Ruby, it sounds familiar. Yeah, Arcadia too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think so.
thought I knew him on the Canberra, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I can't remember.
And
I can't
Oriana,
remember
I
one
think.
on the Canberra.
Both. It's on both,
Mhm.
I think, Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very tall, slim,
Yeah.
very camp.
And what, just helped out when they were busy?
Yeah, no, yeah,
No,
did, yeah.
no, all the time.
Loud as shag. Loud as
Full
shag.
clap for-
You mean
fully-
they were,
fully-
they were
fully paid up
extremely
member.
busy?
It's a permanent fixture.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
I see that
think it was a
ukulele
permanent
band's
on the
not there,
register.
then. I guess he's doing a tour of Germany, isn't he? And his ukulele band.
Yeah, he's in.
What, at the moment?
Came back tonight, I think.
Is he out in Germany?
Yeah,
Was yeah.
he was in Berlin. I think he had a thing on Facebook yesterday, I think it was.
Oh,
He
I
was in
didn't
Berlin.
know that. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps he's catching fish in that hotel where the tank broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake, yeah. That was pretty serious, wasn't it? Flipping, there's a few drops of water there, dear, going down the street with a few of them.
Few
That was
expensive
another fish.
fishing.
Forecast just on. You boys will be in short. 14 down south tomorrow.
Oh, it's luxury.
They get the lollies out again.
It's 13 up here, Bob.
When?
Overnight, it's getting warmer overnight.
Could
Yeah,
have fooled me.
yeah. Through the night, from now until the morning, it's getting warmer, and it's going to
Yeah.
be about 13 tomorrow.
All right. Okay.
We haven't seen
Hi,
any
Wally's
snow
out,
or
Luke.
white stuff in Margate at all. The rest of
No.
Kent's covered in it, but we're all right. We're
Yeah.
sitting
We
out in the end.
haven't had any here either, Scotty.
No,
It's been cold,
Yeah.
cold and frosty, but no snow.
No.
yeah,
Nice
no
rain, what it's like in Canada, but he's frozen again. His Wi-Fi's.
No, I'm not frozen. I'm just
Oh,
being quiet.
Oh,
Well,
you
yeah.
were doing, you were doing an ollie. You're doing an ollie.
Yeah,
Have you got any start there, mate?
It was that,
Yeah,
it was that
just
cold. It
listening.
was that cold here last week.
Hang on.
My
What,
I was-
electric
Chris,
shower,
I was-
electric shower froze up.
Chris, what's your temperature? We can't quite see it. Hang on. 57.
50, 57 or 52, yeah. 57, yeah.
Was that centigrade?
No.
No, Fahrenheit.
that,
I was thinking back on memorable Christmases on the Sun Princess, and there was one Christmas. There's an accommodation officer. It might have been Ron Blackman. I can't remember.
Oh, Big Mary.
Rod Mary,
Was it Rod Blackman?
yeah, Rod.
Rod,
Yeah.
yeah.
Big
Big
Mary.
Mary.
Yeah, and Big Mary. Well, they enlisted him. I'm pretty sure it was him. They enlisted him to be Santa Claus one Christmas, and so all afternoon he was out in front of the International Lounge in the foyer, because we used to get a lot of Mexican travelers on the Christmas cruise, and we used to get a lot of kids, and so he was handing out presents and granting Christmas wishes and things like that, and we kept feeding him eggnog, and by the time that had finished about 6 o'clock in the evening, he'd actually changed back into his uniform, and he was completely sloshed. I was working in the international bar, and he was standing by the side of the bar, pretty much unable to stand. And then after a while, he disappeared, and he came back dressed as Santa again. But his beard wasn't on right, and his nose was poking out where the mouth should be, and his face was bright red by this time because he drank so much. I don't know if anybody remembers that. It was hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
there might be. Hello, Ollie.
Hi,
Who's
Ollie.
here?
One of Rob Blackman's things was when it was Captain's Cocktails, he would fart just as they opened the doors.
Yeah. Yes.
Very
Yeah, I remember
loudly.
that. Yeah.
That was necessary. It was necessary. Yeah. Very good.
Gents, can I just say something that I've got to go and watch something. So
I've just come on to say to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we'll all get together in the New Year on the old crew bar and have a brilliant time over the Christmas period.
Thanks,
you.
Ollie.
Thanks, Ollie.
What's more important to watch than the crew bar?
I've been waiting for this program for the last 2 years. It's
Have
all the start
you heard of a
materials.
thing called a DVR?
What
It
is it?
records.
I don't have a DVI.
Is it on
What-
Xamp?
what is
Because
it?
they come up all the time.
Yeah.
I know. I want to
What
watch it.
if
I've
it-
waited 2 years to see the final series.
Is it a
If you've
smart
waited-
TV, Ollie? He's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
He's looking at us.
Where's Ollie
As-
gone?
As they say, she
Oh.
flew there.
I was
Has
thinking
he
if he's
just gone
waited.
again?
Did you upset Ollie, Dave?
Hey?
Did you upset Ollie?
Hey,
I don't know. Was he
She
watching
flew
something?
there. She flew.
If he's waited 2 years,
Yeah.
the least he could do is tell us what it was he was watching.
It's your
We
fault.
might
He
we
didn't-
might want to go and watch it too.
Actually, if it was
He
wait-
flew, but he
was
never
waiting
picked up his
2
dress.
years, we all want to watch it as well.
Yeah.
He put the blame on you, Dave.
It's probably
It was an afterthought.
Dave's
it's
frozen.
probably Teletubby rerun or something. So he doesn't want to admit.
Yeah, probably. Now, here's I've got a picture with a couple of the Mexican guests with Pete the Feet. Here we are. Can you see that? That was a Christmas cruise, obviously. Pat Reed was the bar manager.
I thought Patrick was standing just underneath. Peter
Pat
Phillips.
Reed was stood on a wooden box just below where I'm sat, but sadly he still couldn't make it into the picture. But he said, "Dave, the Mexicans are having a party. Will you be their barman? Do you mind wearing a Mexican outfit?" Well, I thought he was taking the mickey. So I came up in uniform to go and set the bar up, and he came round to one of the side lounges, we had off the International, and he said, "Dave, I told you to wear the Mexican outfit. Go and see the cruise director or the Ents man, whoever, and get the uniform on now." And off I went. And then Pete was working up with us as well, so we both did the party. It was a bloody good do. As you can see, the Mexicans, there are some very nice looking, lovely Mexican ladies,
Yeah.
So,
Dave, I thought that's what you wore when you're off duty all the time when we're in Mexico.
I did like wearing a bit of drag, dear. Yes, yeah.
Carrying your maracas.
Always with the maracas, dear. Yeah. So Andy Stageman, did you like wearing a bit of drag? I mean, not drag, but I mean a bit of a fancy dress on the occasion.
Oh, I was always known to throw on a frock now and again.
It's even better.
Well, only if the only if it was like pertinent.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and any excuse is a good excuse.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. We're going over for a weather report now. We've got a weather
dear.
report coming in. Looks like it's coming in from Bermuda. Is he there yet? Charlie.
Where's Charlie?
Charlie.
Evening all.
Good
Oh,
evening.
that's better.
Evening,
Charlie.
Brendan's not in yet, but can you give us a heads up on the weather?
Very wintry today, quite chilly, 65 degrees. Yeah,
Oh,
65.
65.
my heart goes out to you.
yeah,
Oh,
we're really starting to feel it now.
Comes what, see?
we're over them and it's gone above 5 degrees.
Brass
Very
monkey
good.
weather here, mate. Brass monkey weather. Minus
Yeah.
10 last week. Minus 10.
Ooh, don't talk to me like that, please.
Very nippy.
David,
Yes,
who's
sir.
in?
It says, Watsy.
Good morning.
Good to see you. And
Oh, Stephen.
What's
Andy
that?
Villa there.
Winner.
well done for your goalkeeper, obviously. So you'll be seeing that back at Villa Park before you know it. you know.
Many times, I think.
Very good, very good. But Watsy, before I forget, apologies. Last week you were at a wonderful venue and we never got to find out where it was, what it was. Can you give us an update on that lovely place you were with the view and the balcony?
Oh yeah. Okay, that was up on the central coast of New South Wales. That was at a place called Foresters Beach, about an hour and a bit from Sydney. Yeah, it was right on the coast, and it was a get together with a bunch of our friends that we do on a annual basis. Beautiful house, and yeah, lovely time. 3 days of eating, drinking, and eating and drinking and eating and drinking.
And
much merriment.
Yeah.
And for anyone down from down under, know where Watsy's talking about, what area?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You do,
Yeah,
you do.
Forest
Near
Beach.
Portsmouth.
Mhm.
It was just outside Erina.
Near
Just outside
Portsmouth.
Erina. No, not that far, Bob. No, it was. It was this side of Newcastle. So only an hour up from Sydney. Yeah,
Got you.
between Sydney and Newcastle.
Righto. Got you.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
beautiful spot.
We're going to Nelson Bay when I come out in March.
That's a lovely place too, Bob.
you'll
Lovely
enjoy
place.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, very nice.
Are you there? Are you there at that time, Watsy?
I mean, I'll be in Queensland in March for the whole month or end of February and the month of March. I'll be in the Gold Coast in Queensland. But
Oh,
I think
mate,
Bob went there.
I
Near
may
Currumbin, Bob.
get up there. My son's there now. He's with his
Okay.
mate lives in Currumbin.
Yeah, Currumbin. I remember. Well, our apartment is just only 10 minutes down the road from Currumbin.
Well, I may get there when I get out there. We'll see.
yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
excellent.
Fantastic.
Hey, Dave, I can
Yes.
tell you what Ollie's watching.
What?
He's watching a program called His Dark Materials.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, and it's the last part of the series that's been running for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get in the front room because Vera's watching it, so I'm banned.
You're better.
And I know it's old-fashioned to say, but has Ollie not got a tape recorder, or has he not got a box that can just hold it, freeze it, rewind it?
I think he's only got Betamax.
iPlayer, not got the iPlayer.
And what were those
Exactly.
really big ones? 8-track. Right?
Eight-track.
Yeah.
They were the size of a suitcase. They're massive. Blinking. Hogan, good
Hello.
to see you.
Sorry, I'm just
Hey,
back from Doha.
Oh,
Sorry about the extra time and the penalties.
Yeah. A nice time you've got there, sir.
Oh, it was worth the trip then.
Oh, it was worth the trip. Fantastic. I enjoyed it anyhow. I don't know about you guys.
Great final.
Well, at least Mbappe wasn't laughing this evening, was he?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, it was very good.
It was fantastic. It was fantastic. Both sides, yeah.
Or a hat-trick at Wembley at a World Cup final and end up on the losing side.
Yeah,
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable, yeah.
So,
Anyhow,
See his face.
what Paddy Powers laying odds on who'll be here in 4 years' time for the next one.
well, out of us lot.
we're all going to go over and stay at Colonel's.
Absolutely.
That's
Oh,
right there.
He's keeping a low head. Oh, hey, also Chris, we might have to come and stay with you.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 years time. Brilliant.
Yeah. Anybody know when the tickets go on sale? Because I'd like to snap some up.
Well, how many do you want? I've only got 100 left.
You got 100 left.
We could go over to Charlie and fly across from there. Wouldn't that be nice?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well,
Stop on the way there and back.
in Canada.
They got some games in Mexico as well, haven't they?
Oh, Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's that?
they got some games
The
in
World
Mexico.
Cup next time is in
Yes, they
Canada, USA, and
Mexico.
Mexico.
Did you
So
say
that's
Canada as well?
I think they're going to have extra teams, aren't they, the next World Cup?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it
48,
48?
yeah.
48.
That'll make Alistair very happy. Then there's a chance that Scotland might get in.
Yeah,
Not a chance.
even
Well,
we,
they can be on the bench.
we might all get in next time.
Alistair had a good game today, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Hey, by the way, just in case you're bragging, we've got the bragging rights. His family came from the south side of Dublin in 1859 when they emigrated to Argentina.
Oh,
the,
really?
Yeah, well, that's what,
Argentinian, yeah. He was Irish descent, wasn't he?
yeah, he came from Dublin, yeah. His family came from Dublin, yeah.
Who was this?
McAllister.
McAllister.
I wonder where the name came from.
It would be a jock.
We've already put our name down to claim one of his sons to play for Ireland the next World Cup.
But doesn't he play for Brighton though?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's right.
Yeah.
He looks a little Irish, doesn't he?
Yeah.
They had the Joe Brown play for him in the last World Cup, didn't they?
I think he got man of the match there, didn't he? Or near enough. He was very good.
Yeah.
Jose Brown.
Had a
But
good
not
tournament.
Bobby Brown.
But what are we going to do now for the next fucking 4 years?
Well, we've got 2 years time. We're all off to Germany, aren't we, for the Euros?
Yeah, it's only 2.5 years. It's only 1.5 years.
So what's he going to be at the Women's World Cup down in Australia?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Looking
We're
forward
there
to
for
it.
the first time ever.
7 months' time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got to ask
Hello,
one of
Brendan.
the Sydney Sixers.
Mr.
scored
Cole,
15 runs,
Brendan,
didn't they?
are you
It's all
there?
out, Brendan.
Sorry, I'm a bit late.
Hey,
Hello,
Brendan.
Brendan. How are you?
Hello, Brendan.
How are you, Noel?
Very
Hello,
well,
everybody.
thank
Hey,
you.
Brendan.
Hey, Brendan.
Yeah, Sydney Sixers,
Bruce, he
15
won't let
all
go
out.
of the football yet, Brendan. He won't stop at the moment.
Keeps coming
by
back
the
round to
way-
football.
By the way, who predicted that the Argentinians would win the World Cup?
Yeah,
I
I figured
did.
they could
I
do
had
it.
France. I bet
I
on
think you did,
France.
Steve. I think you did.
I did.
Oh,
Did you
well,
put any money on it,
Steve.
Bob?
No, I had no money on it. No, I don't gamble anymore.
No.
I had a few quid on France, and I had a few quid on Mbappe being the golden boot.
Oh, well done.
Good
So I
man.
won the golden boot, but I lost my other bet. So
Okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's
can't
okay.
complain.
Yep.
Great great game.
Oh, it was fantastic, Brendan, wasn't it?
Well, it was just. I mean, I was quite pleased Argentina won. I think they were the better team, to be honest. But
Actually, Argentina should
fantastic football.
Argentina should have been out of sight like half or 3/4 way through the game, shouldn't they?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
they were, basically, yeah.
That's why they say a 2-0 lead is a very dangerous lead to have.
Yeah.
I wish
Because they get one back, and then all the momentum is on the team that gets one goal back, and
Yeah, they're
invariably
halfway
they
there.
equalise.
Always say that.
Jack
Third one doesn't count.
Carton used to say that. He says 2 goals, you have some chance, but when it goes 3 goals down, forget it.
Yeah. No. Last week, Seamus did do, like they did when they voted in Qatar to win, to get the vote to get the World Cup. Last week, Seamus was putting in his bid for Ireland to be the Crew Bar Tour for next year.
That's right.
It's
Are-
looking,
are-
it's
are you
looking
sure-
positive.
Are you sure it wasn't drink talking?
He said
Probably.
he'd turn up put us all up, he said.
Once he gets a half bottle of Bacardi in, he's anybody's.
I know. But are you sure, Noel, that you can actually be the host for all of us at your place? That's what Seamus said.
Thank you, Dave. I only got a 2-bedroom cottage.
I've never been in a
He has a
cottage with
palace.
10 beds in it,
Don't
dear.
listen to him.
Who's been in a cottage?
Who's been cottaging? Yeah. Oh, Andy has. Well done, Andy. Good boy, good boy.
It's a bit like the Eurovision Song Contest, isn't it? It's your turn next year, Noel.
The next time you're talking to Daly, make sure he's not drinking. every time he sees me, which I haven't seen him that much, he says, "They're all coming." I said, "Who's coming?" I said, "What are they going to say?" He said, well, I'll arrange something. I said, you told them there not long ago, your son and your daughter had 2 big houses. I said, I can't wait to tell your daughter-in-law, she'd hate you.
We're coming over with a load of tents, and we're going to spend half the time in your front garden and the other half in Seamus Daly's front garden.
Marvelous.
I'd have to swap over.
Seamus, what was that hotel I stayed in? That was very good.
No.
That was in Ballinasloe.
No, sorry, no.
That was Ballinasloe, Charlie, yeah.
Yeah, that's not that far away, is it, from you?
Well,
or it's far enough.
When you get 20 Englishmen staying there, the town will be very small.
And a Welshman.
And a Welshman.
Yeah, and a Welshman.
He'll be in the Tapmobile, don't worry, he'll be in the Tapmobile.
In here, we'll see, as Brendan says, we'll see who wins the song contest and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
I just got a message from Chris Chapman. He's been trying to get in for the last 15 minutes, and I've been trying to help him out, but he couldn't get it going. So he wishes everyone a happy Christmas, and he'll try again.
Phil Gorst.
Try again in the future.
Funnily enough, I've just had a message from Gorsty, and he says he says I don't feel great at the moment. Give it a miss till next time. Hang on. Thanks for letting me know, and a happy Christmas to all. Regards,
that's nice.
Phil.
Yeah.
Oh, so Gorsty will be back, which is great. That's good. That's good.
Who's that?
Phil Gorst.
Oh, right. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. Nice and nice. But Phil hides his age well, didn't he? Because I mean, he said he went to sea in '69 or something, and all right. But it's a few years. When did you go to see Noel?
I went to sea in about
1800.
About 76, 68 or 69.
So you'd be pretty similar, I guess, pretty similar ages, because obviously the only earlier one would have been obviously Noah sailing first trippers with Blackpool Bob, I suppose. Is that right? But Bob, just the one of you, just the one. All right, okay, all right.
Not necessarily that old. I was at sea in '69.
Were you 69 as well, Scotty?
Yeah.
Wasn't Steve? Steve was as well, wasn't you, Steve? Steve Walker.
I went to school, sea school in '69. I was there over Christmas. I was my first trip in '70, April '70.
Right, okay. I think
I was put on pay for 3 months before I went to sea by P&O.
You went the same time as me, Steve. I went April '72 onto the Ark.
Yeah.
Got it. But don't forget, Steve, Phil didn't go as a bellboy. He was already a rating.
Was he?
Yeah. He went as a rating. So
right.
Dave, that was a nice photograph of you, I, and him selling Chablis for about 20 cents a glass. That was on Sun Princess, was it?
It was it was a Glacier Bay on a rainy day.
Geez, 50 cents for a glass of wine, huh?
There was no way that was Chablis wine in that glass.
No, it certainly wasn't. Yeah.
There's no way that would have been Chablis.
It was pure Chablis, the best.
Best you can make.
Best they can make on the day.
Oh, but do you remember that wine that we used to get to do by the glass? It came in a huge, great cardboard box with a big bag, like a milk. It was like a milk.
40 litres.
Milk machine.
I think it was 40 litres or something.
No, 20 litres it was. 20 litres.
20 litres.
Yeah, the big boxes with the tap on.
Mega keg. We called them mega kegs.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
The crew bar used to go through so many of those. It was
Being
unbelievable.
orange was a bit of a giveaway.
Yeah, the crew bar used to go through so many of those. It was unbelievable.
When I joined the Fair Princess, because that used to be Sitmar, they had those mega kegs in the crew mess all the time, just sitting out on the side counter, because it was part of their thing that they had free wine at every meal. So
yeah, we used to get
big mega kegs of red wine sitting out on the counter.
Actually, free wine every meal.
They didn't drink it very much.
Actually, Ray, I got a question for you, Ray. In Peter Pratt's book, he doesn't speak nicely of the fair princesses. I think he says he had a really things were crazy. So what's your recollection of your time on there?
They were crazy. It was so corrupt, and that kind of makes me laugh that Peter would find it crazy. But it was. I had all kinds of run-ins when I was on there. They tried to fire me. They got rid of Nevin just before. That's why I'd love to talk to Nevin, because I ended up going to the Fair Princess because Nevin basically got let go over a failed port health inspection. He should really tell the story, but there was all kinds of stuff going on, and everything was corrupt. I got so many different stories about that ship. We called it the Fair Bucket, but and when I joined, there was Italian, Portuguese, Filipino, and British bar staff. I was bar manager on there, and I could do a whole episode on it.
Well, Ray, for tonight only, just tell us 22 of the stories tonight.
No.
just one tasty one will do. Ray.
One of the a quick one that is really funny is that when I joined the ship, several of the Filipino bar staff had PRS jackets where the sleeves were too long, well below their sort of the palm of their hand, and I said, "Why have you got that jacket? It doesn't fit. Go to the linen keeper and get one that fits." And they said, "No, they can't. They couldn't afford it." I'm like, "What do you mean you couldn't afford it?" And they said, "Well, you have to pay for your uniform." And I said, "Well, that's not right. That was cancelled a long time ago. You're part of Princess Cruises. The uniforms are free." And so I went and talked to the linen keeper. He wouldn't even exchange the jacket. He would make them buy a new one, and they had to buy their jacket when they got to the ship. And I found a memo in the bar manager's office table drawer, basically saying that uniform would be issued free, and under SITMAR they weren't. And I had to take that to the purser, and then they had to get confirmation from the head office before they would agree with me and allow the PRSs to get uniform that actually fit. And that was just the start of it. From that point on, there was all kinds of problems because everything had money. Yeah, you had money behind it. Everything.
I'm sure that Peter Pratt's going to comment on this, Ray, because he watches every episode. So on January the 8th, when we come back, hopefully Pratty will come in and he can tell us his side of the story.
Yeah. Bedroom stewards had to pay for fresh fruit, otherwise they'd be giving them rotten fruit, linen. It was just.
Well, we'll ask Pratty how much he was charging for a jacket.
Fruit.
There was but having said that, there was some good times and bad times on there.
Yeah.
So the Portuguese bar staff were great, actually. I actually am in touch with one of them still, who a guy called Pedro. I've tried to encourage him to come on here, but he's a different era. But yeah.
Talking about restaurant bars, I actually, Mr. Frankie Brock decided I had to do a session or a trip down the Half Restaurant Bar on the Canberra, I think it was, and the carafe wine was obviously what you did, and I had a nice little blend of the actual house wine, a little bit of mineral water, and a lot of those cheap cartons of Portuguese wine that we used to turn over. And I got a brilliant blend. I tasted it, lovely, and I sold thousands of these carafes, and then I run out, and I had to go to the house wine. I got so many complaints when the house wine had to go out. Unbelievable.
Pete Stevens, you might know something about that because you worked down there as well.
Yeah. Oh, it was a gold mine, the Half Restaurant bar.
Restaurant bar, absolutely. Yeah, I had a lovely blend. It was beautiful.
Nobody bothered you.
No, I'd go and he's going to show in Lisbon and that to buy those lovely little cartons of bloody wine that were like shit, but blending them was an art.
No, definitely.
Yeah,
And
lovely.
of course, the Aft Restaurant Bar on the Oriana, the Gunport Arms.
Oh God.
That was something else, wasn't it, Andy?
Yeah, Bob Whitmore was in there, the head waiter, and who was in there? Dave Giffen, I think, was when I was down there. Was it Dave
Sheepdog
Giffen?
had it as well.
Sheepdog had it, yeah.
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 It was a place to go at lunchtimes, wasn't it?
Well, it goes to go any time of the night, really.
Yeah, but you could walk in there. You never knew who would be in there. The old man might be in there, the purser. You just walked in, didn't you? Have a drink.
So what year was that, Fruity?
It was 80s, 80s.
Well, I remember
83, 84.
I remember when I had the Cricketers Bar on the Canberra, 80, this would have been about 84, 85. I had a Cricketers Bar on the Canberra, and as you know, the Cricketers Bar, you had shutters that come down with like sight screens. And Steely had come up for a pint with me, or a beer with me, and it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. And we were entertaining a couple of young ladies behind the bar, as you did. And there's a little knock on the door, and I thought, oh, it's probably one of the night gang, one of the gash bag. No, it wasn't. It was Scott Masson. And he said, oh, I heard a little voice behind the bar. I thought I'd come in for a quick nightcap. And Steve and I looked at each other, shitting ourselves. Oh, of course, he said, yeah, okay, no problem. Come in, sir. No. And he saw these two young girls there, and he looked at me and looked at Steely. And he said, well, I'll have my usual, which was those days a large black label, can of soda, his own swizzle stick. And he was saying, okay, gent. Oh, and he had his drink, and I went and said, talk to the lady. I said, how are you? Are Peter and Andrew entertaining you? Oh, they were going, oh, yeah. And anyway, he said to me as he left, he said, Andrew, I'll be passing by here at 9 o'clock in the morning, tomorrow morning. I expect to see you here. and I thought, oh, fuck. So next morning I was out there bright and early. Place was spotless. Everything was spotless. Nothing incriminating. And he walked behind the bar, came in and said, morning, Andrew. He said, how was your last night? I said, oh, okay. So he said, did you get your leg over? He was old fashioned, but he was all right.
Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah.
I see he
What's the
died
other
quite
thing?
recently, didn't he, Scott Masson?
The other thing about the Cricketers was Gedgy, when he used to piss in the sink, wasn't it?
Oh, we always do that. I used to piss in the sink when I was working behind a Stern Gallery because you couldn't get out. There was too many punters in there.
Lovely.
Oh, that's why we had yellow ice. Shite.
Absolutely, yeah. I remember working behind the bar in the Stern Gallery with probably Jimmy McIntyre, actually, going for your life, and you couldn't get out of the bar because there was too many people in there. So you piss in the sink and carry on pouring drinks.
Things you do.
John in Goa, what time is it there?
It's probably about 1 o'clock now.
What 1 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, you're up late.
I went to bed once.
Well done, John.
Set me alarm for 12:20.
Yeah,
Just
I went
like
to bed
I
once and
do
didn't
for
like
the
it.
Aussie bar, just like I do for the Aussie bar.
Still quite warm here. There's a fan above me in the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just
Sitting
want to
under
make
it.
sure you leave the kitchen lights up.
Well, we're down to 65 degrees here, so it's quite cold here.
Well, it's 28 here at the moment, centigrade.
How many?
28.
28.
That's all right.
That's about 84.
84. 80, in
Yeah.
the 80s.
Well, we warmed up to 5 now.
That's what it is in Broadstairs, John.
Tell him to bring some vegan butter.
I think they might have snow there, actually.
We have no
there's no
vegan
snow.
butter.
No snow in Broadstairs. You're all right.
I must tell you a little story that happened to us yesterday. Just outside of town, Derek will know about this, and John Herbert will know, of course, is a place called Samphire Hoe. And it's a 90-acre piece of land that was created from the Channel Tunnel spoil. And they've done a lovely job. It's a lovely landscaped area, and you can drive down, and you're on this new bit of Britain, so to speak, and you can walk around. So I took Sherry. Sherry and me went down. We thought we'd go for a walk down on this spot. And so anyway, we went down a walk, and we had a nice walk. You could see all the ships and everything and stuff like that. And we got back to the car, and this chap says, "Are you just leaving?" We said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I don't think you're going to get out." He said, "Why is that?" He said, "Well, there was a guy here 5 minutes ago abusing everybody with a knife in his hand, then jumped into a car, and he smashed all the railings on the only road out, and he's turned his car over. And if you see there on John's clip, you can just about see it. The car is completely blocking the road."
Oh yeah.
So we were supposed to be, well, we did eventually. We were going to see some friends for some supper. Martin Hawker. We were going to Martin Hawker's for some supper. And so I went back and chatted. He said, at least 7 or 8 hours you're going to be stuck here. And this is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we had to walk. We took a 2-hour walk to get home from there. But continued on. When we walked past the guy, Sherry was muttering a few words of, "I hope you're all right, you bastard," because it blocked all the road up. But they then had to get a helicopter in to get him out, because they couldn't get the ambulance down, because that's a very thin, narrow road there. And they had to bring an air ambulance helicopter in. And then after that, the fire brigade had to come in and turn the car over. And it had the fire engine had to reverse back up the channel. That was a road for dumping all the spoil. The lorries used to go down. But it's only one lane. You're going to get one car down there. The fire engine then clobbered all the wall going, reversing back out. So that delayed things even more. And eventually they got hold of a recovery vehicle and took it all out. But what a flipping! And I thought I'll send the picture, because it was just the chances of that happening and blocking the road there.
There he is now with a knife.
He had a knife, yeah. So I don't know what's happened to him, but yeah, what an incident!
When was that?
Yesterday afternoon at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So did you have to walk back and get your car today, Brendan?
No, Sherry, we got home, and then this morning, Sherry drove me down, and I got my car back out this morning.
Lucky it wasn't a wet day when you were walking home, huh?
Well, there was about 30 cars there, and everybody had to leave their cars and walk back. And some of them lived quite a way away, they couldn't, or they had to stay there if they lived far away, But some of them never got out till very late that night. Anyway, thought I'd share that with you, because showed the picture with John.
And you live to
Where are
tell.
the pictures, Brendan?
Pardon?
Where are the pictures?
I just sent. It was on John's little behind John. I sent it to John.
Oh yeah, I just took it down. I just took it down.
Doesn't matter.
I'll post it on the recording. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But the National Health Service have got no money, and you got this guy. It must have cost so much money to get him sorted out.
Yeah.
Drinking. There you go. That's the country we live in. It's gone to pot.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's another story. Don't get me started.
Cheers, Brendan. So WotC, obviously under pressure. What's it like down under? Is there activities like this going on, or what?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nice. The weather's been okay. The weather's been good.
Good.
Not it's a bit unseasonal. It's not as hot as it should be, but yeah, the rain's staying away.
Good.
Plenty of activity, plenty of Christmas festivities going on.
Yeah, is it feeling
Top place.
Christmassy down there for you, as Australia is? But
Yeah, as Australia is, yeah. Lots of people got lights and decorations and lots of parties and get-togethers on. So yeah, it's as good as Christmas gets.
yeah. It's
Has Pete Stevens frozen?
Yeah, yeah. His wife.
No, he's gone in the other room to watch that thing with Ollie. Whatever it is.
Actually, thinking about it, I think it was about 1972. We were in Argentina on the, was it 72, 70, 71 or 72? We were in Argentina for Christmas on the true sand.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's this coming in?
Chris Chapman. I bet it's Chris Chapman.
We went to Buenos Aires and then sat in the River Plate for Christmas Day and went into Montevideo.
It's Chris Chapman. Yeah, we got him. Well done.
All right, he's back on. He's back on to Santa time. It's Santa time.
Made it.
Great.
You made
great.
it. Wow, wow,
Done
wow, wow.
Well done, Chris.
Well done, Chris. There we go. Right, we're back on. Good boy.
Can you hear us, Chris?
It's audio time with the Chapman household.
Hey,
Yeah.
Chris.
Here
Yeah.
he comes. Here he comes.
It's doing a Frankie Brock, weren't you?
Chris, can you hear us? Come on, Chris. Wow. He's on an Amazon Fire.
Connection to the audio.
Yeah.
The Amazon Fires, they cost about £5. He's got a cheap
Yeah,
tablet.
try that.
Johnny, will you stop? He doesn't go anybody with technical. Steve, how is your one pound flipping laptop?
Shite.
Oh, we got two Pete Stevens now. We've got two Pete
Chris
Stevens.
Chapman. Chris, can you hear us now, Chris? We've got two Californian Chris's here. One's a Chapman, one's a Johnson.
Chris, do you live far from Chris Chapman? I mean, are you far? You guys far from each other?
He's been trying for half an hour to get in.
Right. Good.
Speak, Chris.
Check your audio, Chris.
Audio.
Yeah, it's coming in. But Chris Johnson, how are you quite a few hours away from Chris Chapman?
No, I'm 30 miles from him.
Oh,
wow.
You got time then.
Flipping it. It's amazing how the Wi-Fi differs within 30 miles.
Can you pop down there and help him?
Yeah.
Send the text.
In
What I
fact,
did,
You got 15
I was
minutes.
thinking maybe you should come over here
exactly.
because this one's working.
It is.
Hey, Dave, back to that picture that you got posted up there. The lady on the right over your left shoulder.
Yes.
Her name was Julieta, right?
I'll take your word for it. Seriously, I can't remember.
She used to do the shore excursions.
Okay.
Got a power cut here.
Oh, we can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, she was a lovely girl. In fact,
Yeah,
all the whole group.
She came out to this. She came out to the Scotch and sirloin with us on my birthday that time. I remember.
Well,
Got pictures of her on that night.
brilliant. And what about the other lady? Would she have?
She looks familiar, but I can't place her name or what she did.
Yeah.
I was asking a question last week about a photographer. He works as a baker.
Yeah, we've had that one.
Oh,
Had
sorry,
that,
I came in late, and they said, "Well, when Chris comes on, ask him."
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't the foggiest idea. It may have been, after my time. It could have been in the 80s after I'd left. Maybe, I don't know.
See the
Well,
lights.
it could have been all
going out
Italian.
now.
It was all Italian bakers after the 80s. That's when I left. Yeah.
Did you leave just as soon as the lights went out, Hilda?
No, I'm still here.
He's gone over to the dark side.
You need another shilling in the meter.
Well, it's
Another
my
rupee
it's my
in the meter.
inverter and backup batteries because they haven't been used for 2.5 years,
Yeah.
and they were brand new batteries when I was here last time, and not cheap either.
No.
And he's been working on them. An electrician I've got here. Oh, there we are. And but he don't think he's going to get them going. Not now. He's had them connected up now for 3 or 4 days to recharge them, but it don't seem to be working. So
Right.
yeah, these power cuts at the moment, they only last a couple of minutes. There's nothing sort of serious about it as it is at the moment.
Yeah.
I saw him last John, didn't I? He just fucking went off for no reason.
It's all right, Steve. You keep popping in and out. It's fine.
I was going back to the photography question, Chris. I was going to ask Chris. I remember we used to go up to the photographer's shop quite a bit for a beer or two. You know, pop in there.
Yeah.
And there used to be a photographer. I remember. He was a little bit crazy. I'm pretty sure his name was Charlie. He was an American guy. Do you remember?
Yeah, Charlie Cannon.
No, he was outrageous. He used to get up to all sorts.
Yeah, yeah. I never worked with him, but I remember him.
Yeah, Sammy Bradford caught him in bed with a Steiner stewardess one morning on Captain's inspection. He was trying to put a life jacket on, half dressed. There's a bit of a story about it. He got a.
Go and do the others.
Charlie Cannon.
Charlie Cannon. What happened to him?
Hi, everybody. I can hear you now, for Christ's sake.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, there you go, Chris. Well done.
Well done, Chris.
A little bit of finger trouble here.
Well,
We've all had it.
We've all had it, Chris.
Yeah. We're all jealous. Good. Well, so Chris, it's lovely to see you back in again. It really is, and hopefully you're keeping as well as can be, and everything at home as well as can be. But you're up to date with all the gatherings on the Crew Bar.
Yes, I watch it. I watch it most weeks, and I'm sorry I can't join you more often, but it's not always convenient. But I do enjoy it, and I think you've done a terrific job in the 2 or 3 years you've had this going, because it's quite an interesting.
I'm in the dark again.
Brought a lot of people together who haven't seen each other for ages, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And Super Tart, why are you in the dark there, for Christ's sake?
Got a power cut.
I think he's entertaining, Chris. He's entertaining someone.
Yeah, the owner on the pedal bike has just fallen off.
Got another shilling in the meter.
Super Tart needs some more juice. The story of his life, huh?
Oh, there you go.
There he goes.
Oh,
Why is Santa holding Ray's head?
he could do that with a Queen magazine record cover.
Oh, hang on, Scotty.
Yeah.
What, some old Queen record?
Yeah.
Very good. I'm impressed. So, Chris, as far as for Chris, this is Chapman. Obviously, we got two Chris's in California. Chris Chapman, Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson says he's only about 30 miles from you, Chapman.
Chris and I talked or messaged a little while ago about Billy Vader, which is interesting. We've made contact with him again after all this time.
Yes, we
great.
did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
It's great, and it's good news with Billy Vader. He's alive and well, and as he can be, out on his ranch. And how is that way away from you guys?
Oh yeah, it's in North Carolina.
Yeah.
On the other side of the country.
He's on the other side.
No, I did a good job getting Billy Vader.
Yeah, you did.
That was a real coup.
So we might
Still
have
need to get him on here, John.
next year, Colonel, early in January.
Is that Chris?
Did you say you might have him on in January?
Well,
Colonel?
yeah, he says that he will try to get back in the new year. Yeah. So that'd be great. Yeah.
He'll get on eventually. Yeah.
I will be in for that one because I used to have so much fun with him.
Yeah.
And with Diamond Jim Bennett.
Diamond Jim.
I always remember one thing I always remember about the Sun Princess is they used to do a late night show up in the Starlight Lounge once every cruise.
Yeah.
And I used to stand there with John Young. John Young absolutely loved him because, of course, he took off John Young, the perfect accent.
Yeah, he was very good.
John Young, super guy with that ego, he always responded. Anyway, what I'm saying about that show they used to do up in the Greenwich Room, sorry, it's the Starlight Lounge.
Starlight Lounge, midnight show.
Yeah, the midnight show. And it used to be terrific. It packed everybody in there. Yeah. And always at the end, what they did at the end was quite hilarious because they both wore Irish wigs, you know. And at the end of it, when they came back and each took their encore bow, each of them doffed their Irish jigs. And of course, that just about corpsed everybody. Bought the house,
Yeah, because it was about the last night of the cruise, wasn't it, Chris?
Yes, it was.
So
Yes,
nobody
it
knew
was.
because the
Nobody knew,
toupees they
no.
wore were pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
They
yeah,
sang-
they were. And they never told
Chris-
me the first time they did it. I was drinking a beer and I think I almost choked. It was so fun.
Yeah.
And you hated
I saw
Hilarious.
the same.
beer, didn't you, Chris?
I saw the same show, Chris, and they would look at each other lovingly. It's like they were singing to each other, and it's that song you used to say, "You love me," and something I can't remember exactly how the
Yeah, I
lyrics
know.
go. So it's
Oh,
like two guys.
You know, bring me flowers. Is that what you want?
Yeah, he did that on This Is Your Life with John Young, didn't he? We had a
Yeah.
video recording of
Yeah,
him.
that was good. I saw that. But getting back to them, Jim and Billy, they were doing the thing from Fiddler on the Roof. Do you love me? Yes, I love you. They used to do a camp send up on that. It was very funny.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's very special. It was a good. I like that bar. It was a good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We played a terrible trick on a comedian in the Starlight Lounge one time, and I felt terrible. He didn't actually last there very long. I felt terrible about it, but he was a magician, not a comedian, a magician. And in the daytime, we used to go in there at 10 o'clock in the morning and do the prep for the night because the bar didn't usually open until 5 o'clock in the evening. And with the shutter down, it was a grill, so you couldn't really tell if there's anybody behind there. And we were in there. It was actually Pixie, Ian. I can't think of Ian's last name.
Duncan.
He and I were in.
Ian Pixie
What was
Duncan.
it? Ian Duncan, yeah.
In Duncan.
We're in behind the counter getting the prep done. And this magician came in and he was kind of practicing his show. And then he went around and he stuck this blue electrical tape on the bottom of a chair, and then stuck an envelope under the seat, a white envelope. So that night when he did his show, he was supposed to put something in the envelope and then find it, and he knew which seat the person was sitting on. And that's how he found the envelope, which we didn't think was very good for a magician, right? You know, he had to look at the base of the chair. So the next day, Pixie went down to the electrician shop and got a whole bunch of different colored electrical tape. And we went around and stuck the electrical tape on the bottoms of about a dozen different chairs. And then we moved all the chairs around. And that night when he did the show, he was looking, when he got to that part, he was looking underneath and there's all this different color electrical tape and he could not find the chair that the person was sitting on with the envelope underneath it. He did eventually get the right person. It took him about
Was
5
that-
attempts.
Was that Glenn Falkenstein?
I can't remember. He was.
I remember
really wasn't
him,
there very
magician.
long.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Here you
Oh,
are
yeah.
blacklisted from the magic circle, Ray. You've been
I
blacklisted.
remember him. He was quite a
Zachary, Pixie is behind me. You got Pete the Feet drinking a bottle of.
Oh, yeah,
champagne,
yeah.
And there's Pixie. That was a New Year's Eve in the International Lounge.
Is he still around? Does anybody know?
I haven't heard otherwise. Does anyone?
Yeah.
Don't think so. I think he's all good. Hopefully. And
Didn't
Pete
he
the
waking up
Feet-
to
Pete the
Barney's
Feet
race?
He's good, isn't he? Because Andy, you've been in touch with Pete the Feet, haven't you?
Got his sound off.
Hang on. Pete, can you hear Andy? Can you hear us?
His audio's off.
Turn your
Sorry.
audio.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Tracy normally speaks to Pete the Feet every Christmas Day, fun enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because her and him were at one stage many years ago going to get a B&B up in Blackpool, I think. But he still speaks to her every now and then. Yeah, he's still around. He rides a big hog motorbike.
Andy, if you're in touch with him or somebody's in touch with him, would you please pass on my regards to him? I'd
Yeah, of
love to
course I
be
will,
in
yeah.
touch with Peter Feet again.
Yeah, his daughter goes out with I think it's Jermaine Genus.
Oh, on the one show, and they're doing the football commentary tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure one of his daughters and all that goes out with a footballer.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I haven't spoken to him directly, but Tracy speaks to him quite regularly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't speak. I'm on the Zoom.
Ray, did Ian
Yeah.
Duncan not become
Alright,
a bar
okay.
manager like you on the Princess when they expanded?
I don't think so. I think he actually left in '84, as far as I remember, and I kind of remember that he became an electrician or something. But I don't.
He was
I don't
long distance
actually
lorry
know.
driver.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was it?
He was a long distance lorry driver.
Oh, Pete was.
Feet.
Yeah,
Peter
he's asking me about Ian Duncan.
Oh, sorry, beg your
Yeah.
pardon.
I met Pete the Feet's mum. We went for coffee at her house one day. Very, very. I won't forget that because it was a very ornate coffee service and very special because she was German, right? So
Dorfler, yeah, his surname was Dorfler, wasn't it?
yeah.
And he lived in Asby de la Douche, whatever, in Leicestershire. Yeah. Well, Mick Callow was a good mate of his, wasn't he? Fruity.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Callow was on this morning down in Australia on the Aussie
Yeah.
Crew Bar this morning.
Yeah. All right.
Hmm. Yeah, he was good. He was good. for
Well,
sure.
Callow was from Derby. No, was he from
Derby,
Derby,
yeah.
wasn't he? Yeah. And Pete the Feet was from Leicester. So, and well, Gizzy will probably know where Pete the Feet is.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah, because they were from Leicester, both from Leicester.
Yeah, yeah. But,
yeah.
And Watsy, where were you from?
Northampton.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's
Northampton.
Where?
Northampton.
Northampton. Okay.
That's not a Northampton accent, though, is it?
Well, it was when I was 15. Yeah, Wellingborough.
It's about as English as my accent is too. Because Chris Chapman said, I think last time, that I sound the same, but I have this very pronounced American accent with it. Right, Chris?
That's right. And I'm completely opposite. I sound exactly the same as I did 50 years ago, and I've lived here for almost 50 years. So
I do as well, Chris. I do as well.
Yes, you do.
I
as well.
always think I do. When I came to England the last time I came to England, which was only a couple of years ago, I went to the local supermarket, Tesco or whatever, and the little girl behind the counter, I said to her, I was sort of looking at all the different things that I remembered when I was a kid. I said to the little girl behind the counter, I'll have a quarter of a pound of that corned beef, please. She said, you're Australian. I said, what? She said, you're Australian, that accent. Where are you from in Australia? All I had said was, I'll have a quarter of a pound of corned beef. And she picked I'm Australian. I said, I was born 300 metres up the road. She said, no, you're Australian.
Yeah, well, you should have said quarter mile, mate.
I don't get that when I come back to England, though. When I come back to England, nobody picks up that I have an American accent. So maybe the English gets more pronounced when I'm back in England.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
as soon as
they
you
do.
get back. Yeah.
But there are, I mean, even for the UK, you get from the northerners coming south or the southerners going north, you do still keep some of your twang, whatever. You think you've changed, but it's still.
Well, from that part of the Midlands, Northampton, they're not I don't think they're heavily accented anyway. So.
No.
I moved around when I was growing up in England because my dad was in the military and the Air Force. We moved every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Different parts of the country and overseas too.
Right, guys, I'm going to have to go because it's diary time. So,
Now, Fruity, I've got a question just as you're going because it is the clock has ticked. It's flown by tonight. It really has. But just to let everybody know that the next couple of weeks is obviously Christmas Day is next week, and the week after will be New Year's Day as well. Both of these are good. We have got recordings already done, but Fruity, you've been working alongside Oscar as well, haven't you?
I have indeed, yeah. So on Christmas Day, there's a recording coming out. It will be posted on the Facebook page, the
all the sites, yeah.
All the different sites. The Colonel will send it to the individual ones, and it's a little bit of a message from the Crew Bar team and a little thing from Oscar and myself. on New Year's Day. Sorry?
Like the Queen's message. Christmas message.
The King's message.
King now there. And then on New Year's Day, there's another message coming out from the team with a welcome to all those who've joined us this year, and sadly also to say goodbye to those that have left us. So they will be posted with links or whatever that you'll be able to view them.
Sure. Which will then lead on to January the 8th will be our next Crew Bar live gathering, which will be great. But obviously we'll be in touch and communication on the different sites throughout the period. But obviously we obviously all want to wish each other a very happy Christmas.
Very happy Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
And a good start to the new year as well.
Let's
Yep.
hope
May-
it's
and
better.
May it be, may it be a healthy one for everybody.
Here, here.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Hope things get better all around. It's pretty horrible everywhere.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks a lot. Well, take care, everyone, and we'll see you in a few weeks' time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Bye.
On the camera with the bar wave, and there goes her whistle. Signs of the heavy weather she's experienced can be seen down the side. And I expect she's looking forward to getting into the good weather and getting that side painted up again.